Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, mums and dads, boys and girls. Dornbusch download number 63. This isn't Michael or Dan. Emilie Topp, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's a thank you-a-thon here at Dornbusch this morning. Running a little bit late this week, doing it a little bit later, and I think that's Michael's fault, and then he's not even here, so what gives? Anyway, this week we're going to be talking about a few things. What are we talking about, Emilie?
I've been taking a few phone calls about Santos. What's going on there, Andrew?
Oh, Emilie, thank you so much for asking that question. Santos are doing a capital raising. Basically, for every 1.7 shares that you own, they're giving you the opportunity to buy another one at $3.85. The shares have started trading again this morning, and they're down about 27%. Brendan, what's the price at the moment? $4.33. Thank you very much, Brendan. And so the share market obviously not really liking that news too well, and that's why we've been getting a few phone calls, because people have been saying what's happening with the Santos price, and also what should they be doing. And our view is that, you know, you need to talk to us from an individual point of view, but generally speaking, it is quite dilutionary. So you need to be sort of looking at it and saying, you know, should I be taking this up? Because if I don't take it up, I'm going to have the number of shares that I have, the value is going to be falling a bit. So it's important that you get some advice. But as you know, Emilie, we've also got the opportunity to sell them as well, similar to what's happened with the Commonwealth Bank and the Westpac rights. There will also be an opportunity to sell those Santos rights. So even if you don't want to take up Santos, you know, you might want to have a chat to us around that. So that's been keeping us on our toes. What else has been happening here?
You've been doing a lot of share trades for food. Why is that, Andrew?
Emilie, you are just all over this morning. I think we're going to get you here every week. No, look, seriously, you're right. There's been a lot of interest in the food space. You know, clients have been trading Bellamy shares, and that's really, and some people may have, in fact, seen it in the press, whereby in supermarkets in Sydney, they're actually running low on baby formula. People are actually running in there, and some supermarkets, Woolies in particular, are actually putting a cap on the number of baby formula tins you can buy. And in fact, when I was in Hong Kong a couple of years ago at the airport, there was, I can't remember, I think it was actually a 4-tin limit. So if you were going back into mainland China, you could only take 4 tins of baby formula, because in the mainland in previous years there'd been tainted baby formula. Australia is seen as a place of having good quality food and baby formula. And so the story in the Sydney Morning Herald on the weekend about people running out of Woolies stores in Sydney with trolleys full of 50 tins of this baby food had really propelled along the price of, say, Bellamy's as an example, BAL, and their shares at the beginning of the year, the calendar year, were like $2 odd. They're now 10. So there's been a big uptick there. So as you know, as you said, there's been a fair bit of interest there. Also a fair bit of interest in another one called ONC, On The Card, which is about to change its name to Tas Foods. And they are going to be the largest owner of dairy cows in Tasmania, about 17,000 dairy cows. That's a lot of flatulence. So, sorry, Andrew being inappropriate again. So, and their share's been quite volatile as well. I mean, in the past we've spoken about Tassal, which has done quite well. We've spoken around Capilano Honey, which is going along quite well. And of course, Blackmores, which frankly we don't have too many clients in, but only up 400% for the year. Only 400%. So there really is this big shift towards food, and as you were saying, we've been getting a lot of calls around it. So certainly some of those companies I've mentioned, in particular Bellamy, from a trading point of view, does seem to sort of bounce around a lot. So in admin world, question without notice, anything that our clients need to be sort of thinking about? I noticed that a few super funds have started to be coming through asking for queries. So probably the key thing is we sent you a whole heap of stuff in late July, early August. Make sure you dig it out. Hopefully you didn't throw it out, because, you know, from an accountant point of view, they're going to need that for an audit and so forth. So we're happy to generate it for you again, but given that we've sort of already done it, and if you've already got it, for the sake of 10 minutes, having a bit of a look and making sure you've got it, because we've got plenty on the go at the moment.
We do, we're flat out. Flat
out. So if you can see if you've got that stuff first, certainly make your life easier, make your accountants easier. Love our accountants. Hello, Sarah. And obviously, you know, looking after Emilie and Suze and Mel is incredibly important as well.
Yes, Andrew, we had a very good Christmas party on Friday night.
It went off.
Yes.
It went off like a frog in a sock. And thank you for organising it, Scotty's Garage or Garage, depending on how you say it. My mum would say Garage, being
Flagstone
from Yorkshire.
Creek?
It went really, really well.
Yeah.
So, and where is it? It's only about 4 k's down the range.
Down the back road. Yeah, it was great.
So it was excellent. So if you want a little bit of an outing, go and see Scotty and
Sarah.
Yeah, they really looked after us really well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, till next week.